Hello everyone. So in today's mini lesson, we're gonna add or subtract fractions. So whenever you add or subtract fractions, you have to make sure that the bottom number in this case has to be the same. So the denominator here is 10. This one's also 10, right? So they have to be the same. If they're not the same, then you're gonna have to find a common denominator or the least common denominator. So for this example, this fraction has a 10, this fraction has a 10. So then we can go ahead and add them. So be careful. When I say add, you're just going to add the numerators. In other words, 5 plus 3. And you don't add the denominators. It's just going to stay the same. So this is going to be 10. So 5 plus 3 is what? 8 over 10. So again, you can't assume this is your answer. When we're doing the multiplication and division of fractions, whatever your result here is, you're going to have to do what? You're going to have to see if you can simplify this. So the GCF for 8 and 10 is 2. So I'm going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. So then my answer will be what? 4 over 5. So again, when you add fractions, you have to make sure your denominator or the bottom number here is the same. But you don't add them. You only add, or in this case, the top numbers, right? So for example, if I have 7 over 13 plus 1 over 13, so 13 and 13 are the same, so both of the fractions have the same denominator, so it's going to stay 13 here. So we'll go ahead and add the numerators. So 7 plus 1 is what? 8, so that gives you 8 over 13. And then find the greatest common factor. So what's the GCF for 8 and 13, which is going to be 1. So GCF for 8 and 13 is going to be 1. So if I divide both the numerator and the denominator by 1, I get back what? 8 over 13. So in this case, I can't simplify that. Well, same thing for subtraction. If you have 12 over 18 minus 6 over 18, and this is just going to be, I have the same denominator, so you don't subtract them. It's just going to stay 18. 12 minus 6 is what? 6 over 18, which is, well, again, this one's not going to stay the same because you're going to have to reduce it. So what's GCF for 6 and 18, which is going to be 6 here. So the greatest common factor for 6 and 18 is 6. So go ahead and divide the numerator and denominator by 6 here. So then this would be 1 over 3. So when you add or subtract fractions, you have to have a common denominator. So let me give you one more example of subtraction here. So if you have 5 over 7 minus 4 over 7, this is just going to be 5 minus 4 over 7, which is what? 1 over 7. And this one you can reduce. So the answer would be 1 over 7 there. So again, just to kind of backtrack, whenever you add or subtract fractions, what do you need to have in common? You need to have a common denominator. So the bottom number has to be the same. If the bottom numbers are not the same, then you're going to have to find the least common denominator, which we'll do in our next video.